Hey friends, welcome back to another Remnant 2 video. In today's video, I am talking about every single thing you can give to the web in Losomn if you have the Nightweaver campaign line. I'm going to show you how to get the item that you turn into the web and the items that you get back, including all of the crafting items that you then take to Nimue over in Losomn as well, and her entire crafting menu. I'm going to try to keep it as quick as possible, but I am going to show you how to get all the items and which vendor you want to turn into and what the rewards are that you get. So there's a lot going on. If there's something that I gloss over a little bit quickly and you want me to make a separate video on, definitely leave a comment down below. Okay, so first up, we need to unlock the web that's in the Nightweaver's realm. So basically you need to go through the asylum as you normally would, get that third floor key so that you can open the door up on the third floor, and then you can go get the prison cell key. This is going to allow you to get the doll that you need to give to the web in order to get the Dreamcatcher. So you're going to go through and get the prison cell key, keep progressing through the story, and when you come back through and go downstairs to put the heart in to go into that dream realm, make sure you go and unlock the prison cell. You don't have to give her all of the dolls. You only need to give her all the dolls if you want the code for the shotgun upstairs. But once you've done all that, you don't have to do that again. You can actually give the dolls to the web to get relic fragments, which I'll show you in a second as well. But make sure you go to the prison cell and talk to her, open the door with the key that you got upstairs. And then after you get the Nightweaver's doll, you're going to put the heart into the pulsing cocoon there, I guess, and travel to the dream realm. And this is what is going to unlock the web for you. It's going to be in one of the prison cells. And that's going to be our first item that we're going to give to the web is the Nightweaver stone doll. So once you flip the area over to the dream realm, before you fight the Nightweaver, you're going to go to the web, which is in one of the prison cells, and you're going to give it the Nightweaver stone doll. You're going to receive the Dreamcatcher. This also upgrades your Dreamcatcher if you already have it. So every time you come through here, if you're doing an adventure or another campaign, then definitely give it to them again. It'll increase it by 1 every time you give it, up to a +5. And then the rest of your dolls you're going to want to just give over for the Relic Dust if you already know the code for the shotgun upstairs, which is 2971. All right, next up, the item that we're going to give to the web is Dria's anklet. I kind of went over this in my previous web video, but this is going to be a full video of everything that you can give to the web and to Nimue. So you're going to want to find this guy in this dungeon here. He's talking about his wife's anklet and he wants you to go find it. You're going to have to kill the slugs that are on these bone piles, and it's going to spawn in a mutator guy, Barghest the Vile. Once you kill him, you're actually going to get Dria's anklet and a mutator. I can't remember off the top of my head which mutator it is, but you're going to go back to the web, give it Dria's anklet, and you're going to get the Ring of Retribution. This ring says incoming enemy damage increases reload speed and all outgoing damage by 10%, and it lasts 15 seconds. Up next, we're in the Lament dungeon in Yeisha. Now keep in mind that you need to do this on campaign mode because you need Yeisha and you also need Losomn with the Nightweaver to do both, to basically get this item and turn into the web. So this is definitely one of the rarer items that you're going to get in Remnant 2. So you want to go down here where there are 2 chests on either side here right before the checkpoint you'll see on the minimap. One of the chests is going to have Wither, who is a mutator mini-boss. Once you defeat that mini-boss, you're going to get a mutator, but you're also going to get Kolket's Razor. Kolket's Razor is a quest item that you need for the Lament dungeon. You actually interact with it and turn it into a key. However, do not interact with it. Do not turn it into a key. Just keep it in your inventory as a quest item, head back over to the web and give it to the web for the Nightweaver's Grudge. Like I said, this is a pretty rare item because you do have to have both these areas in your campaign, but the Nightweaver's Grudge is a great amulet for status effect builds. You gain 20% critical chance and haste when within 15 meters of an entity suffering from a status effect, so that would also include your summons. Up next, we're going to the Great Hall back on Losomn here, so you don't need to be in campaign. This can be done in adventure mode. We're going to find this Ravenous Medallion. If you get the Great Hall as a random dungeon, you know where this is exactly. exactly right by these two doors, part of the entire kind of mission of that dungeon. You're just going to grab that quest item and then get out of there. And obviously it's important to note that you can't complete these dungeons if you're giving all of this to the web, obviously. So do this on your second playthrough or in an adventure mode or something. But you're going to give the Ravenous Medallion to the web and get the Decrepit Rune. The Decrepit Rune is the first material that we're going to actually take to Nimue. We're going to go over here to Nimue's retreat, talk to her, and this is one of her craftable items. This was actually the last one that I needed, but you're going to be able to craft the Rune pistol by using the Decrepit Rune. And the mod on this gun says applies Soul Brand to all enemies within 25 meters, which lasts 25 seconds. Enemies killed while bearing the Soul Brand leave behind an echo which lasts 10 seconds before returning to the Nightmare Realm. Echoes are drawn to any survivor who walks within 3 meters, granting 20% of max health on contact, which is huge. So this is a really cool team heal build, even for yourself. It's a pretty nice pistol to pick up. All right, next up, another campaign specific reward. We're talking about the override pin. This is one of the more difficult combos to get, in my opinion, because you have to find that override pin in the open world of Nimue. This is not in a specific dungeon. The 2 times, I've only found it 2 times, have been near some kind of structure that's just in the open world of Nimue. So if you see something like that, then definitely keep your eyes peeled for it. But this is one of the harder items to get. However, if you get it and you don't use it to kill the world boss of Nimue, you can bring it here to the web and get the Tormented Heart. Now, the Tormented Heart gives you an innate 20% relic use speed bonus, and on use deals 450 explosive damage to enemies within 10 meters. And it also life steals 25% of the damage dealt. It is explosive, so you could use it with that amulet that makes your explosions do burning damage. There could be some really cool builds with this. I, however, don't have it right now because I haven't been able to get the override pin again, because there's another thing you can do with this heart, and I'm going to show you right now. So you can take the Tormented Heart over to Nimue, and it's another craftable item of hers. You can give her the Tormented Heart and you get the Tranquil Heart back in return. And the Tranquil Heart is my favorite relic in Remnant 2 right now. It's one that I just run around with all the time. You can probably see it in a lot of my videos, but it gives you a passive health regen of 2 per second. And when you use it, it actually doubles all your health regen for 15 seconds. So if you're already running medic, or if you're running some other kind of health regen, regrowth trait, etc., you can really boost this health regen from the relic, and you don't have to use it. So it's just something that is always active. All right, so that's all the items that you can give to the web. Now we're going to jump into the rest of the items that you can craft at Nimue. Let's quickly talk about how to get the Crescent Bow from her. This is actually from her dream, so you're going to want to travel back and forth until you see her sleeping. When you do, use the Dreamcatcher on her, get her consumable, use the consumable, go to the dream realm, whatever you want to call it, and pick up the material for the Crescent Bow. I have a full video on how to do this that I will link down below if you need more details. Now let's get back to all the items that Nimue can craft. Number 1 is going to be the Assassin's Dagger. I already have a video on this and how to complete the Council Chamber and all the options for that, so you can definitely go check that out. But this is just showing you guys how to get that Assassin's Dagger quest item. You have to be in the Council Chamber, which then leads to the Council Tribunal, and then you're going to go in here to the King's area and pull the dagger out of his back, and that's how you get the new quest item, the Assassin's Dagger. Now we're going to take that over to Nimue, and we're going to actually turn it in order to craft the melee weapon. And the Assassin's Dagger you actually use to kill the Red Prince in order to get his helmet. And so there's kind of other things you can do when you get these items. They're all really connected, and it's crazy the web of different things you can do. But the Assassin's Dagger has Bloodthirst as its mod. It says damage increases by 25% against bleeding enemies and 25% when attacking from behind. Charge attacks deal 250 bleeding damage over 10 seconds. So it's an awesome bleed dagger if you're looking for that. And then you also need it, like I said, to kill the Red Prince. I have a video on that as well. I also want to quickly mention the Hex Ward Ring that you can buy from Nimue. You only need Luminite Crystal for this, so you're not going to craft it, but just straight up purchase it, and it prevents Curse Blight. All right, next up is the ribbons. You guys may have come across a plain ribbon in your travels in Losomn in the castle area. If you find that ribbon and you see the statue, you're going to want to put the ribbon on the statue. Now, when you travel out and back in, depending on the area you're in, if you're in this dreamlike state or if you're in the daytime, you're going to get a different ribbon. So if you're in the dreamlike state, you put it on the statue's hands and you go out and come back in or rest at a checkpoint. When you come back, there's going to be an item there for you. If you're in the dream world, it's going to be a silver ribbon, and if you're in the daytime, it's going to be a gold ribbon. The silver ribbon increases your skill damage by 25%, and activating a skill grants haste for 15 seconds. Now, if you placed it and you come back and pick it up in the regular daytime castle world, you're going to get the gold ribbon. And the gold ribbon increases your mod damage by 20%. Activating a mod grants haste for 15 seconds. So these are both amulets that you can wear and are items, but you can then take both of these ribbons back to Nimue and you can craft her Nimue's ribbon amulet. So this is one where you need 2 items to turn into her to craft 1 amulet, and then you're going to have to go back and re-get those other amulets, the gold ribbon and the silver ribbon, if you want to get all the items. Nimue's ribbon says increases relic healing effectiveness by 50%, activating a relic grants haste for 25 seconds. So that would be pretty cool with the Tranquil heart. And the last item that she can craft, we're actually going to have to go and fight each world boss. And once you fight faerin and once you fight faelin, you're going to go talk to the opposite one. And they're going to give you a ring because you killed the other one. So you're going to get either faelin's sigil or faerin's sigil. Faerin's sigil says critical and weak spot hits generate 10% additional mod power. And faelin's sigil says melee damage generates 10% additional mod power. Now, if you take both of those rings and you go back to Nimue, you're going to be able to craft an amulet called the One True King sigil. Now, this one says increases mod damage by 20%, enhances the effect of faerin's sigil and faelin's sigil by 50% per sigil equipped. But you just gave her both of those rings in order to craft the amulet. So now you have to go back and kill those world bosses again, go to the opposite one, grab the ring, etc. So this amulet works with those rings, but you have to consume the rings to make the amulet. So you have to go back and get it. All right, so that was a lot, but that's all the things that you can get and craft from the web and Nimue, including 2 items that you can only get in story mode because you have to roll a specific set of worlds. And for those of you guys that watched all the way to the end, I appreciate you so much, and I'm going to give you a little extra tidbit for an additional relic that you can pick up and grab. Once you get this One True King sigil from Nimue, you're going to want to go back to the beginning of Losomn with the Faerin Faelin campaign storyline. Put that amulet on, the One True King, and walk up to this statue right here. As soon as you do, it's going to start raising out of the ground and it's going to reveal a new relic called the Unsullied Heart. And this relic will heal you for 100% of your current health over 0.5 seconds on use. And that is it for all the things that you can do with the Nightweaver's web and with Nimue as a vendor and all the crafting materials and items that you can get. And hopefully I have explained them all well enough that you can go grab them. If you have any questions, definitely put them down below. If you enjoyed this video and if it helped you out, give it a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.